DJ Bandana.
What's good, my Bandana fam? I hope everybody's enjoying their Saturday afternoon. Check this right. Before we get into this interview, I got a dope interview. This is somebody who you want to be put on to early in the game. So y'all actually getting exclusive right now because I'm telling you, before the end of 2019, I'm pretty sure, 99.9% sure, y'all all gonna be a fan. Y'all all gonna know this kid. But check this right. This interview is my guy, Kamari. He's from Niagara Falls, New York. That's right near my city, right near Buffalo, New York. I forgot how I got in contact as far as with his music. I know we were on Facebook, and he either tagged me or somebody else had tagged me in this stat. Long story short, it was on Facebook. So I say to say this: if you're an artist that's listening to this right here, don't give up. Sometimes you never know. You might have somebody tag somebody who get you in contact with the right person. That's what happened with him. I'm the right person in my city, in my area to get in contact with as far as the music tip, especially for independent and local artists. But like I said, I'm not going to talk y'all head off. We're going to get right into the interview. We had a dope interview, but I just want to give you all that brief introduction of who Kamari is. And this is a guy who, like I said, when I heard this song, the song that was playing in the beginning, links to that will be in the description also. When I heard that song, I was like, yo, he got it. He definitely got it. He got one. And it doesn't sound like anything else that's out. It's kind of in his own lane, but it just has that big feel to it. But if you're a local artist or you're an independent artist and you're looking for, I do radio promo on Power 102 Jams. I do YouTube promo if you want to get your song featured in one of the YouTube videos or something like that. My information is in the description. But without further ado, we're going to get right into the interview. What's good is DJ Bandana Black, Mr. Well Connected, even more respected, Mr. I Am Buffalo, and a bunch of other worldwide stuff. 93.7 WBOK, Power 102 Jams, the Blackout Podcast and all that. And I got a special guest in the building tonight. Got the homie Kamari. What's good?
Yes, sir. What's good, bro?
Cool. Am I saying that name right?
Kamari.
Okay, Kamari. Cool. People be butchering my name. Always just try to make sure. People call me Rashi, all types of stuff.
It's all good. Siri called me Kamari.
Oh shoot. But yeah, it's been a while. I've been wanting to get you up here. This is the first time we met in person, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No. We met at what's that one club in the Falls? JoJo or something like that?
I was probably wasted.
I met you outside the club that night.
We probably definitely did. Yeah, I don't know how I came across the song at first, but well, you can let them know the title of the single.
All right, so the song called Out of My Head, and I know how you came across that song. So I put the song out, and so before I released the song, I sent it to like at least a good 10 people.
Yeah.
And like a year straight. I recorded the song a year and a half before I put it out. So everybody was hearing the song faithfully, but you can only hear it if you knew the right person.
Yeah.
So I finally put the song out, and then I think the first day it got like 1,500 views, which is pretty good for Niagara Falls. You feel me? So I put it out, and then I'm like, all right. After like the first 3 days, we probably was at like 5,000. I'm like, all right. So we doing good for the first song. So I'm like, all right. How can we get this on the radio station? So I posted that as a status. And then everybody was tagging you in it.
Oh, you know, I
told everybody tag Bandana Black in this shit.
Definitely. You know, I do remember that now. I remember when I first heard it, I was like, this song is different. It had like a feel like because mostly what I get, it'd be like some hardcore hip hop or some, I don't want to say regular R&B, but you know the average. I'm sorry, or I love you,
the love story,
the love story. Like I heard this song, like this song just has that, like that big, like I don't want to say like rock star type of. I don't know how to explain. It's almost like sort of like the lane of like the Weeknd or one of those people's on. So it's like one of them songs you kind of vibe to, but it got like this big feeling to it.
Right.
Then I started playing the record like that, tried out in a couple different clubs and all that. And I was actually, it's crazy that you did that where you was like tag the DJ like that, and I checked it out. Because then I started following the stuff that you was doing, like a couple of the videos and performances and stuff, like just in the oncoming time from that. And I was like, yo, this crowd is going crazy over this song. Like people know the joint, and people started calling and requesting it, and especially like out in Canada, I know we were talking about that before we started.
For sure.
It's definitely big out there too.
Yeah,
a lot of people rocking with the song out there. Even when I play, a lot of people that call and request this from Canada, they listen to it. But clean. Even like my people that's here, or even I just ride around listen to the song. I'm telling people like, you got to listen to the song. Like this joint, like this really could be with the right moves, the right support. This really can be that.
You posted that. You posted that as a status. This was before we even got like real cool. You posted that. You said, I wish I had the stat pulled up, but you said something about this song is going to be a hit. This was back in 2017, I believe. Yeah, 2017. You posted it, and that message, that post meant a lot to me because this is my first step as a musician.
Yeah.
You know, I never did anything before this.
Oh wow!
So this is like my first step. So your opinion on that song really mattered to me, especially at that moment.
Oh wow!
So
thank you.
I screenshotted that, but you know how iPhones work. That's probably somewhere in the photos. But yeah, I screenshotted that, and yeah, I think that gave me a lot of inspiration since then.
That's crazy for your first joint to come out to be a hit.
Like,
that's like unheard of. Like my first party DJing was a dud. Like I probably took the biggest L in upstate New York in history, like ever.
That's how we start.
That's crazy. What made you want to get? First of all, so your real name was Kamari?
Nah, my real name Joe.
So where's the Kamari thing come from?
Middle name.
Oh, your middle name. Okay, cool. Does it have like a meaning or anything?
All right, so Kamari in some language means as bright as the moon.
Oh, okay.
And my crew is called the Midnight Crew, so it kind of meshed together.
Oh, that's dope. That's
for sure. Dope. Yeah.
What made you want to get started with music? Like, how'd you get started with it?
All right, so my purpose of being a musician was, I started as a basketball player, and when I found out I wasn't making it to the league with basketball, I wanted somewhere where I could entertain a crowd.
Yeah.
Like my goal as a basketball player was to hype the crowd or get, I like energy. Yeah. Energy made me feel alive. So once Hoop Dreams faded, I said, all right, that particular goal isn't no longer, on my, resume. It's not no longer my future plans. So I said, all right, I gotta figure out a way to keep that same energy, same goals to entertain the crowd. So before I even gave up on it, I was between being a musician, a basketball player. So I would go to the gym at like 5 in the morning, get the work in, and then afternoon I write a couple songs. I was actually a writer for a year and a half before I recorded my first song.
Oh wow!
So when I recorded a couple songs. I came in as EDM. Yeah. I came in as I was a rapper, I guess. I ain't really like it, so I never put anything out. So I practiced. I recorded at least like a good 30, 40 songs before I put out the Out of My Head song.
Oh. Okay.
So it was like more so of everybody had heard my music, because I was keeping my music personal, like private. So I was letting everybody listen to my song. I said, all right, what song do y'all think has the potential of being a good release, whatever? And everybody voted Out of My Head. Yeah. So I stuck with that one.
That's definitely dope. Like I said, like it's kind of crazy because it's like there's no way really to define your sound. It's new, it's different. It has like you said, you was doing like the EDM. Yeah. It can really kind of fit with anything. With anything.
It's genreless.
Yeah, and that's good as an artist. And that's crazy how that is your first one. Like you could tell that you really took it serious, because it's good to have those type of songs that can right out the gate crossover. You could do hip hop, it could be R&B, EDM. It could be out in Canada where they listen to like a lot of reggae and soca, but it still fits in. A lot of artists just do R&B or just do street hip hop or just do one thing, and that's good that you open it up like right out the gate. I think
my inspiration for music was, at the time where I first started becoming a musician, was not really to just be a artist, but I wanted to make my own song of what I felt was missing at the time. Yeah. When I started making music, I didn't like nothing that was on the radio. It was a struggle to find good music to listen to. So I said, you know what? Rather I put it out or not, I'm gonna create the type of song that I'm craving to hear, and then that's how I end up somehow coming across Out of My Head.
That's dope. So it basically came together organically. You really
organic.
Just did that. If you could have a feature, like say if you could just do a song with anybody, whether the budget will be taken care of, you could do a feature with anybody, who would it be?
Drake.
With Drake? Yeah, that's
hey, I need that cash, man. Just give me the funds and I'll take care of the rest of the future.
That would be, actually, no, I can see that work. Like I said, how I was saying, like with The Weeknd or whatever.
Yeah.
I can see that actually. Well, that would be crazy, Drake. If you're listening to this Drake, we need you on the remix.
Drake, if you hear this, holla at me.
Definitely. And as far as like with producers, you can get a beat from anybody.
It's a struggle. It's a struggle, really, writing music, because I have so many different moods. Like a couple of days ago, I wrote like 4 rock songs, 2 country songs, and then yesterday I wrote 3 hip hop songs. So it's almost like producers, whenever I meet producers and they say what type of beats you're looking for, I just be like, I don't know. Just send me a whole bunch, and it depends on the day and how I feel that day, and I create and take it from there.
Okay, cool. What's been the hardest part of this whole music journey?
The hardest part, I would say, finding the image of how you want to be introduced to the industry. Because, like I said, I started off as EDM, and then I was rapping. But I'm just like, all right, I know a lot of rappers, a lot of negative stuff come with rap and hip hop and all that stuff. So I just wanted to stay in my own lane. Yeah. So you know when you go the independent route, when you experiment with different sounds and different fan bases, it's that I think that's the hardest struggle. It's just trying to like find yourself through the music.
And that's crazy that you actually thought about that prior to everything. Like when like off topic, like but like when I get booked for like say like proms or different stuff like that, like I only get booked for the urban proms because my name is DJ Bandana Black. They think gang related and I'm black. Now if I'd had the same smirk as you, I would have thought of like how do I want to be introduced. I probably would have just went with DJ Black or something like that. Just left the bandana
right
alone.
Right.
I still haven't gotten booked for anything.
We're gonna get it there.
outside of urban proms, so that's good. Like, did you have somebody to teach you about this stuff, or you just kind of just
nah.
Just like
when I first started, I didn't ask nobody nothing. I ain't asked for no studio. I ain't asked how to write a song. I said, because if I ask anybody for something, they're gonna lead me into a way where I'm kind of following them. Yeah. So I said I'd rather just figure everything out on myself. So I was doing a lot of research, a lot of independent stuff, I should say.
Okay, that's dope. We kind of got same story. Like, even like with me DJing, like nobody ever told me how to DJ anything like that. I learned how to DJ literally off of watching YouTube videos and Google, and I would just come up here and watch her because I wasn't a DJ when I first started on the radio. I would just watch everybody else, and I go home and I probably destroyed a bunch of equipment, not knowing what I was doing, but I finally got the hang of it. Now nobody can say, well, yo, that's my son, or he came up under me. Even though that's not always a bad thing, but I've always been the type of person where I want to do it my way, do it myself.
Right. You don't limit yourself when you do that.
And it pays off in the long run because then you have the information and stuff that you need to do stuff that you want instead of a person, because you and that person can fall out and you just lost.
You lost. Exactly.
Definitely. As far as like with the so we talked about that single. What you got? Anything else coming up as far as music, like a project, another single, or?
I got a lot coming up. I got a song with my boy. Actually, my cousin's name Junior. Okay. It's actually the cameraman right now. All right. But yeah, he going by Junior, aka Romel Dior. Okay. So we got actually a dope song called "Disguise" is coming out soon. Okay. And I think that's gonna be the next release. It's a feature. I'm on that song, so that's gonna be the next release. I'm planning on dropping a project. The project right now is gonna be like 16 tracks, probably like 3 bonus tracks. And believe it or not, it's called A Kid Called Kamari. Yeah. It's gonna be my first project, which I started 2 years ago. The project started before Out of My Head. So it's basically me taking all my sounds, putting it on one project, but like throughout growth. Yeah. So I started it 2 years ago. I had the track list, but now to this day, the track list, it's at least probably like 10 songs that I had written down that's not gonna go in there. So I'm growing as I take this journey. You know, I'm still pushing Out of My Head. Yeah. So I'm growing, and then I'm trying to figure out the right time, right time to release it. You know.
And I think like right now, like with the Out of My Head is still buzzing, even though like you said you wrote it like years ago, like that, and it kind of like every time I play it, I feel like it's a new. Sometimes I have to catch myself, and I be like, new exclusive. You got it first. I'm like, I
still say it's new. If you never heard it, it's new.
And it just has that feel, like even like the intro to it, like the vibe. The whole vibe of it is just like different. So it's like it makes you pay attention to it.
Right.
That's how different it is.
And did you see the I relaunched Out of My Head with a new version with the guitar. Actually, you played it on the station. Alright, so I met this guy at the airport, and he had a guitar in his hand, whatever. Yeah. It was inside the case, whatever. And I'm just networking, you know. I gave him a business card, whatever. He gave me his email and stuff. So like, that's cool. That's a typical day. About 6 months down the line, he found me on Instagram off the business card, and he DM'd me a video of him playing the guitar to the song.
Oh wow!
I said, yo, that sounds sweet. And then he said, his name Gary David, by the way. Oh, he's from here, but he lives in San Diego now.
Oh, sweet.
So so it sounded so sweet on the song. So I'm like, all right, can we add this to like with the wave files, like the stems, and then can we relaunch this song? Yeah. So I relaunched it. And it just gave me a different feel than the original song. The original song was cool, but it gave you a different feel. Like what I witnessed is when I made that song, it wasn't a club song. It was a headphone song. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, I don't want people to play this in the club. I want people to just vibe up to your headphone. So we started our journey by getting the songs played in the club, whatever. And I'm really observing how people are reacting to it, and they just slowly vibing and all that. But I said, this is not enough. This is cool because we just starting off, we learning through it. But I said, this isn't the vibe that I want in the club. So when he added the guitar to it, it just brought like a vintage vibe Oh, and only thing I can think about whenever I hear that guitar in the song is, alright, if this song was made back in the 70s or 80s, it'll still be a hit. Yeah, because that vibe brings it to it. Yeah. So I redid the song. I gave it a new video of how I'm trying to portray my image in the industry.
Oh, okay, cool. And one thing that I always do, and like people who know me like that, like I support local artists, or pretty much when I say like the whole I am Buffalo, it's not like I'm a king of Buffalo, it's just like I represent the good and bad and everything.
We love that.
So I always try to be 100% real with artists like that. So the song, I 100% like the song. The video, I didn't like the video to the song. I think with the video, like if I would have heard, I heard the song first, so I fell in love with the song first. The video, I was just kind of confused. Can you explain like what was going on?
Okay.
With the video.
All right, the new video.
No, this is you shot 2 videos for it?
I shot 2.
No, this is the old video.
Oh, the old video. Okay, the old video we shot in Toronto. That was All right, so long story short, a couple of my friends were supposed to go. It was supposed to be like a whole, we had this thing planned out type thing. Yeah. And then one of my boys couldn't cross the border because he had trouble that he didn't know about. So we had to improvise after that. Because, if you go we went to Toronto to shoot the video. So, we were 3 men. At the time, we was 3 men deep. Yeah. And then he couldn't make it. So now we're 2 men. So now a 3-man budget ain't the same as a 2-man budget. Yeah. So we supposed to split everything down 3 ways to the T. So I say the budget was for the first video was rushed. Yeah. And it wasn't the video that I had vision for. That's why I shot the second video to the new one. Yeah. With the guitar, I shot that myself.
Oh, okay.
We shot it off of iPhone. I edited it off of my phone, and I directed it. So the whole video is literally me spending time on my phone like this. It took me 48 hours. Damn. And right now that video been out for 2 months. It got 10,000 views.
That's dope.
It got 3 dislikes. I think 569 likes. Yeah. So I'm like, yo, that means a lot because I was putting in work off the phone. You feel me?
Yeah. And I think like with the first, I don't think the first video was bad. It's just that this, like I said, like even when I made that stat, like yo, this song is that, like this could be that thing. It's like, when you hear the song, you got to use your imagination to like what's going on with that. So I think because I think if somebody would have seen the video first and not heard the song first, they might have like a different, perspective of it. But when I heard the song, I'm hooked to this joint. Yeah. But if I would have seen that video first, I kind of would have been like, it still would have been a dope song, still good, but it wouldn't have had that.
The concept, use your imagination. Yeah, the concept with the video and the song wasn't in favor of each other. Yeah,
but I think that's definitely dope that you did get the guitar joint, but I
redid it like the first one never exists.
I mean, you live and you learn.
Exactly.
Like I had a couple mixtape covers that I did. I was like, you know what? I probably should have waited a little bit differently.
Right, like you said, you live and you learn. That's how come I wasn't completely satisfied with the first round of it. Yeah. So I wanted to relaunch it. And I love the second round. So therefore, I love introducing the song, the new version of it. I love showing people the new version of the video. Definitely. And I like the responses we've been getting from it.
Okay, cool. So I asked you, like, what was the worst part of the game? What's the best part of this music thing so far, like, as far as your journey? What's been, like, the number one, like, best part that stood out to you?
The love I get.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's been times where we go to clubs now, and I go with the gang, and we can't even talk to each other sometimes. Like, we be sitting there talking to each other, and the next thing you know, the song drops, and then 30, 40 people slowly, one by one, simultaneously come up to me, start talking. And then even after the next song coming, I'm still sitting there talking. I wasn't used to getting attention before then, so it lets me know I'm not the same person I used to be. Yeah. So I think that's the best experience of the journey so far.
Okay, that's definitely dope. Love. One thing I like to always ask artists too, if you could stay independent or sign a deal right now, which way would you go? What would be the reason?
Independent.
Why? Independent.
I go independent because a label ain't nothing but a group of people putting their heads together to make you succeed. Yeah. I'm like, I got a whole bunch of people in my circle that we could do this alone. Yeah. It's not about the fun because between the whole team, we got at least half as much as a label can offer us. Yeah. And that's all we really need. And I'm big on freedom. Like, I don't like doing things if I don't have to do them. Yeah. But I know when you sign the labels, it's mandatory to do certain interviews, mandatory to show up places. There's some days where I just want to not do nothing. Yeah. And I want to keep the freedom of saying I don't feel like doing that, or I don't think I should do that, or if we was an interview, like we is now, and I was signed to a label, they'll tell me not to speak on certain things. I just like to be me. You know, you can't be you with signing on that dotted line sometimes.
I feel you. And like me personally, I think it really depends on the person. Like as far as like with the label or doing things independently, like it has its pros and cons. Like with a label, you may be a little bit more restricted like that, but they may have a bigger budget or more connections to get stuff out faster. You might take a little bit longer to do it as an independent, but you're gonna make 10 times as much more doing it, and it's gonna be worth more to you.
Right.
So even if you say if you sign to a label and you sell 1 million records like that, that's a great accomplishment. You stay independent and you sell 200,000. That's even a better.
That's a better accomplishment.
Might be less money, but you did it independently and sold 200,000. Just having that freedom, and I kind of compare with like even with. I probably shouldn't say this because I work on the radio, but this is what I say what I want to.
For sure.
Like with the radio, I look at the radios more as like a label where it's like certain things that I shouldn't do or I couldn't do on radio like that. Right. But I can do my YouTube outlet where I can just do whatever I want. So that's like my independent lanes. So it's pros and cons to both. Like the radio is, I know they're not going to go bankrupt. I'm always going to get a check. YouTube is a little bit different. On YouTube, I can say pretty much whatever I want. So it's kind of pros and cons to both things.
For sure.
But I would definitely, I kind of like doing. I like the YouTube, the independent.
Yeah, you could be you. You feel like, man, freedom of if you get to be yourself. And if everybody in the world got to be themselves, let's just say you ain't had to go to 9 to 5, because believe it or not, the 9 to 5s, everything that it kind of institutionalize you. Yeah, you know, like you could be yourself for so many hours in a day when you're doing that, but as long as you keep the independent route. Especially full-time independent, you really get to be yourself. You get to learn more about yourself. Yeah. And one thing I also like is creative space. Like I wouldn't be me if I didn't have time to just sit down, get my thoughts together. I wouldn't be me if I could just take days off and just meditate. Yeah. Because you know, the life moves fast, and it's just like sometimes you just need to not be around. Yeah. So you can really get to know yourself better.
Definitely, I definitely feel you on that. So actually about the projects now, and before I forget, because I always forget this in interviews, let them know where they can follow you online, like your social media and all that.
All right, so it's King Kamari, ITS King Kamari on everything.
Oh, okay,
everything.
And that's good. Like, I used to tell people, I told people this years ago too, like stop making different names for different social media outlets. Like use the same one.
Yeah,
people didn't listen to me, and now they trying to like buy their name from different account people because they done took their name.
Right.
You can't follow them on this because it's different on that. That's why I just keep everything at DJ Bandana Black or my real name.
It's simple. It's marketable.
Yeah, definitely. Even though I probably shouldn't want the name DJ Bandana Black, but that's a different story.
Can I kind of take over this interview just a little bit?
Yeah.
Where you get DJ Bandana Black from?
Long story short, and I did a YouTube video about this. So if you listen to this, make sure you follow on YouTube at DJ Bandana Black. But,
follow right now.
So like in Buffalo, I'm from an area called Central Park or like that. So everybody used to wear like different bandanas, different neighborhoods. So we used to wear like the red, white, and blue bandana. And I was a heavy Dipset fan. So they used to wear like the red, white, and blue shit too. So then one day, one of my friends got killed, my friend Randy. So I had like the black bandana. So I always basically wore a bandana.
Right.
And they called me Black because I was black. So my man, well, two people argue how they gave me the name. One was my friend from high school. She said that she gave me the name. And then my man, Dude, used to be like, yo, that's Bandana, because I used to always wear the bandana.
Yeah.
And then I had the black. So in the hood, they used to call me Bandana or Black. When I became a DJ, I just kind of put it all together. But it really just came from wearing the bandana all the time.
Right. I think
it wasn't gang related. Well, I mean, that's not really like neighborhood.
Right.
It really was just.
They'll call it gang related.
It's not a gang. It was a group of friends. It was a family. But that's how the name came along. And like now it's even weird because most people just call me Black. So when I hear like my real name, it's just like it sounds weird to me sometimes. But yo, Rashami, then I'm like, who the hell is that? Like,
right.
It's just weird with the real name. So if you did, once you do get, I'm not gonna say if you did, once you get successful and say you got 4 or 5 albums out, you done went diamond, 3 million streams and all that, you got 50 million in the bank. What's gonna be the one purchase that you're gonna make that's not like, not saying that you're gonna take care of your house, your family, that I'm talking about like some just dumb shit that you always wanted to do, and it's probably depreciate, whatever like that. What's the one thing? Is it jewelry, cars, or what would be the one thing you would get?
I think. All right, so I'm gonna say a crib, but I like the crib I'm in so much.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take the same structure and bring that crib to another state. I love the way my house. Like, listen, I live upstairs. My grandma live downstairs, but it's my grandma, so we back and forth all the time. But it's been times where my family be going on vacation. I got the whole entire crib to myself. So sometimes we just be in my living room. Sorry, Ma, if you hear this. Sometimes we in my living room. We just be us. You know, we'll blast the music. We'll work on stuff. And it's just like, it'll be cool for the weekend or that they gone. Yeah. But I'm just like, I grew up in that structure. And I like it so much. Of course, I'll definitely get a mansion for me and the crew. But I just think, personally, my first dumb thing I do is take the same exact crib and move it to wherever we relocate at.
See, I always say, like, if I hit the Powerball, if I got, like, a big thing of money, I would buy, like, say if it was this year, I just got, like, $50 million. I would buy a 2019 Lamborghini and put regular doors on it and a regular roll-up window. I'm going to get more attention than somebody who have a decked out Lamborghini. Like, imagine I go to the valet and he got to reach over and roll up the window and the door don't lift up. Like, I'm going to be that dude. Like, when you get crazy money, like, you gotta just do some dumb shit. You got to. You know what? Since you asked me that question, I'm gonna really think about that tomorrow, and I'm gonna put it down on paper so I can do it. Yeah, I would definitely do that. Or I would have like I said, I was a heavy Dipset fan, Dipset, and I love Fantasia. So I would like rent out whatever stadium it is right there, throw like a whole concert, do like radio ads, commercials, and all that. Have Dipset and Fantasia perform, but it would just be me and 3 of my friends. I would only sell tickets to us. Like the whole stadium, they gotta perform, and we would sit in the nosebleed section too. Right. So they gotta do a full concert like that. Just us just rocking out to the whole show.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I'll be broke in like 2 years, but them 2 years gonna be dope.
Yeah. Hey, it's gonna be worth it, man.
Definitely. And like when you said that you would get the house and move to a different state, where would you move to? I'm not leaving Buffalo at all. But.
All right, so it's 2 goals. Yeah. The first goal is San Diego.
Oh, okay.
I've been to a lot of places, but there's no vibe like San Diego. San Diego has a universal vibe. LA is cool. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. LA is really cool, but it's a lot of you know how people say they act Hollywood. Yeah. That exists out there. Oh. Okay. And in San Diego, you could be yourself. Yeah. All right. So that's number 1. So number 2 is Amsterdam. Oh. I've been to Amsterdam for the first time about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and my first day there, man, they don't smoke cigarettes in Amsterdam. They smoke joints.
Ain't that where it's like illegal to smoke weed or something?
It's legal. Listen, they dispensaries. They don't even have dispensaries. They have coffee shops and all these restaurants and regular places that just sell weed and mushrooms, like any type of drug you want. Shoot. Right there, you don't. It's like the hood corner store. You ain't even got to show ID to get anything out of these stores. So I'm just like, that's cool. You can smoke in the restaurants, you can smoke in the bars, you can smoke in the club. I'm just like, and nobody judge you because you know how when you hear you smoke, if you smoke weed on the sidewalk, somebody might look at you funny. Yeah. Out there, man, it's like, it's all individuality. So nobody really cares what you do. And I just said I would love to literally, at least not a long-term goal. Just give me a year and a half in Amsterdam. that just give me creative space. You know, I could have my own crib where I could work out of, and then I could step out. I can, smoke, do some, adventurous stuff and not be bored and come back. And then nightlife don't end. Then nightlife go to like 5 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
So.
And that's dope. You kind of like broaden your horizon like that. Even like how you say like you be out in Canada a lot or you go to San Diego. I don't even know, like right now if somebody held a gun in my head and said like point to San Diego on the map, I couldn't find it. I have no idea where it is. That's like towards California and stuff, right? It's
like I think, don't quote me on this. It's a couple hours from LA.
Oh, okay.
I always fly from LA to San Diego. It's like a 40-minute flight. Oh, so I'm assuming it's probably like between 3 to 5 hour drive.
Oh, okay. And the reason why I say I wouldn't leave Buffalo, I just don't like being around big groups of people.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Even as a DJ, I don't like it. Like a lot of times people will hit me up like, we want to book you to host this event, whatever that. I'm like, no, I don't host, I only DJ. They're like, you be turned up on the radio, I want you to host. Like, it's different me being here with a mic by myself as opposed to being in a club with 100 people looking at me. Like, It's just
that's
different.
LA. San Diego you will like because it's more, like you said, it's not what you really think. It's more like I'll give it like a Canada vibe.
Oh, okay.
Like you can literally go out to San Diego, do your own thing, and not be crowded all the time. Okay. It's like people move out there because they don't like the traffic LA has or how busy it is. It's just like it's a what you call it, like a retirement.
Oh, okay.
Like almost like a retirement city.
I gotta visit out there.
Yeah. Oh, you'll love it. If you ever go out there, let me go out there with you because I'll show you around.
Definitely. I actually gotta somebody hit me up about I gotta get the information just recently about a showcase or something that was coming up too. They was asking me about artists.
Okay.
So I definitely hit you up about that.
For sure.
Yeah. So it sounds like before we wrap this up, it sounds like you headed in the right direction. Like I said, that song right there it's weird because if you ever see like on Facebook, a lot of people tagging me in music like that, and I was just like, the song is cool, it's dope, like that. It's very rare people where I'm like, yo, this is that. This has the potential to be like that big record. So you definitely got something right there. And like I wouldn't personally lie to you because I really like feel like my word. Not saying it means a lot, but even to myself, like I wouldn't want to mislead an artist.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
Yeah, but I definitely feel like that record is It's just crazy. It's hard. Even to this day, I still can't explain like the
way it make you feel.
Yeah, like the way you feel like the lane of it. It's just good. It's different. It's just good.
Man, all right. So I think it was like a month ago. You ever heard of Adam 22?
Yeah,
from No Jumper.
Yeah, I watch his podcast all the time.
Yeah, he found my song. He shouted the song out. He rocked with it. He actually did it twice. Oh, he rocked with it. So I think in one day I got like 10,000. No, like 2 days. I think I got like 10,000 views on my on the YouTube, whatever. So now I'm just chilling. I'm at work, and then I'm on break. We're not allowed to have our phones at work, so I go on break and I pick up my phone. Yeah. It said like 50 new comments on my YouTube channel, about 300 new followers. I'm just like, all right, so what's going on? Whatever's going on right now is more important than me going over my break. So I'm over there looking, and I just see my whole phone lit up, whatever, and I can't find out where it's coming from. And then I read a comment said, Adam22 sent me here. I'm like, all right, so y'all can fight me later, but let me get to this right now. It's more important. I need to find out what's going on.
Definitely.
So I was going through some DMs. You know how on Instagram they don't follow you? It's like the request section of the DM.
My drink.
Yeah, yo, I can't even get to all of mine. So I'm just sitting there reading them, and then people sitting there telling me how Out of My Head make you feel, how it make them feel, and all that. And then somebody asked me, like, how did I come up with that song? Like, what girl made me make that song? I was just keeping honest with you. I was just in the car one day. I was single at the moment. Yeah. So I wasn't really in my feelings or nothing. I was just going through YouTube beats as I'm driving. Yeah. I don't remember what I was going to. And I heard that beat came on. I freestyled that hook, whatever. Yeah. And then I said, I went home right after that and started writing a verse to it.
Oh, sweet.
And that's really how it came to play. It wasn't too much thought put into that song besides the verse.
And that's what I was saying. Even like without seeing the video, just hearing the song, at least your imagination. Like, some people might think it's about a girl. Other people might think about just the struggle in life, right, like that. Me, I was just totally lost. Like, I don't know what he talking about, but this shit is dope. And I had to keep playing it back. Like, maybe he is talking about a girl. Maybe it is about a breakup or like that. I'm like, this shit, I can't get this shit out of my head. Like, this shit is dope.
I was sitting there with a smile. You ever be driving? You be in a good mood. Yeah. You just be yelling and screaming out a song. That's how I came up with Out of My Head, man. I wasn't stressed or none of that.
That's definitely dope. Well, before we wrap this up, let them know where to find you one more time on all social media.
All right, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, at It's King Kamari, ITS King Kamari. On YouTube, Kamari Official, or just type in Kamari Out of My Head on YouTube. Right now, I don't have SoundCloud. I think that's about it.
Or where can they, if they want to buy this thing, can they buy it like off of iTunes or anything?
Yeah, like it's on Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, Deezer. I heard somebody told me they had it on Deezer. I don't know what the hell Deezer is. But yeah, I guess if you just type in Kamari Out of My Head, anywhere you listen to music at, you'll find it.
Definitely. So make sure y'all do that. If y'all listen to this right now, listen, for me, trust me, you need this song in your catalog. Make sure you go get that. Get it officially, though. I don't want any illegal downloads. Don't be trying to rip the drink. You go get that. Go to Apple Music or wherever you got to get the song, whether you stream it or not. Y'all definitely got to check it out.
Yes, sir.
DJ Bandana Black, Mr. Well Connected, even more respected, Mr. I Am Buffalo.
DJ Bandana.